Children's Villages, USA, there are over 120,000 orphans, and there were 400,000 children still without permanent homes. I realize that right now we are young, and for many of you, the last thing on your mind is having children. But one day when you are ready to have a family, if you could help one of these children, would you? I realize that I'm young, and many people around me are always telling me that the last thing on my mind right now should be having children. But as young as I am, I always fantasize being a mom. You know, tucking them in, kissing them goodnight, the endless amounts of love. With that said, adoption is something that I dream of and that I support. Adults who want, that is why I have dedicated the last few weeks researching more about adoption. Adults who want children should adopt because they can provide a better life for that child. Today I will share more about the lack of space in foster homes, the abuse that these children face, the causes, and some solutions. In the book The End of June by Chris Beam, he talks about the lack of space in foster homes. And in a specific case, there is a 17-year-old girl, her name is Christine, and she is being moved to the juvenile hall because there is no room for her in the foster care system. As the number of foster children become higher, the lack of space and foster homes decreases. According to LA Times, February 28, 2015, the demand for foster care exceeds 30% nationally. When these children go into the foster care system, some of them go with the hope that they come with the hope that things will get better for them, but sometimes that is not the case. According to an article on abcnews.go.com, July 2, 2015, a woman named Sally Schofield, a foster mother of Logan Marr, was found guilty of wrapping the 5-year-old in 42 feet of duct tape, which caused her to suffocate and die. 6 weeks prior to her death, Logan was in supervised visitation to see her mother, her biological mother, where in the presence of a social worker hired to supervise the visitation, she told her mother that her foster mom was hurting her. But despite the child's pleas, no investigation began. The following stories I'm about to talk about can be found on Upworthy.com, December 14, 2014. James was beaten, drugged, and clapped to a dog collar and left outside overnight with no clothes, just because his foster dad saw him hanging out with a black friend. Melissa's foster mom would beat her, and she would make her kneel on uncooked rice for hours. And she would also take the money that was given to her for Melissa for her own expenses. Michael's foster mom was abusive and alcoholic. So, why is it? Now that I have discussed the problems, I will discuss some solutions. Why is the rate of foster children so high? One of the reasons is because many of these children are abandoned at birth. We hear the stories of how children are found in trash cans or in restrooms of restaurants. This specific case I saw on Facebook where a dog found the baby in a trash can with the umbilical cord still attached to it. Another reason is when these children are taken away from their parents because they are either physically abused, emotionally abused, or sexually abused. Another reason is the death of the parents. Sometimes incidents happen where both parents pass away and there is no one to take care of the children. Therefore, they are put into the foster care system. Why are these children being abused in a place where they should feel safe? Many times in the foster homes, the foster parents aren't in it to help the children. They are in it because for the money. Um, they're in it for the money. In many cases, they use the money given to them for the children and use it for their own things. According to abcnews.go.com, July 12, 2015, across the country, child care workers feel overwhelmed, and some say that they have too many cases and cannot get to everyone on time. Now that I have discussed the causes, I will discuss some of the solutions. I completely understand that we cannot force adults to adopt children because it wouldn't help if adults had to take care of unwanted children. But if you and adults like you turn to adoption, the lack of space in foster home would decrease because these children would be safe and sound at homes where they are loved. If adults who want children adopted, the risk of these children being abused decreases because nobody would mistreat someone that they wanted. Although I'm young right now, I do hope and plan on one day adopting a beautiful child. I want to change lives, and what better way to do that than by adopting a child in need of love and care. I hope that with the information I have provided for you today, you have opened your mind to adoption. In conclusion, adults who want children should adopt because they can provide a better life for these children. Today I shared with you the problem of the lack of space in foster homes, the abuse some of these children face, the causes of these problems, and some solutions. I'll now leave you with the words of Tariq Musa. If you are able and willing to have a child to love, and the world is such that orphan children exist who require a home and love, then you ought to adopt a child to love.